Hello, and today we're going to be looking at another one of the suite of Seabird software. This one today is called Seaterm, and this is the software we use to download data from the CTD onto the computer. So the first thing we'll do is start up the software, and the software will be on your computer under Seabird, and here we go, Seaterm. So prior to connecting to the CTD, what you need to do is make sure that the software is configured properly to talk to the CTD you are currently working with. So if we go up to the configure option up here, and we can see that at the moment the Pt1, which is the CTD we are using today, is selected. So if we select this, the first thing we need to check is that we're working on the correct COM port. Normally, if we're working with one of the University of Otago tough blocks, this will be COM port 1, but on my computer today this is COM port 3. We then need to check to make sure that the baud rate is correct. This is the speed at which the computer talks to the CTD. On the SPE19s the baud rate is 600. For the SPE25 the baud rate would be this one here, 4800, but at the moment we'll just leave this at 600. You don't need to touch any of the other settings, the rest of these are fine. The next thing we need to do is check the upload settings. So here we can select the upload baud rate, so how fast the data is streamed from the CTD to the computer. We'll set this at 38400. But your other options are, you can see there, anywhere from 600 up to the 3800. And then how the casts are separated, so whether they all come in as a single file, or whether we separate them by cast, or in some cases you may just want to download a single cast, or if you've got a lot of casts on there and you only want to download the most recent ones, you may just want to select the range. Typically we just do them all separated by cast, so that's fine, so we'll just leave the rest there as it is. And the next thing we want to do is just make sure that it's including the default header form in the upload file. This is just the normal one we use. So now that we've checked all that, we can come up here and we can connect to the CTD. And this here means that the CTD and the computer are now communicating with each other. And the first thing we'll do is check the status of the CTD. So here we can see a number of things. We can see what the voltage is on the main batteries. These are the D cell batteries that are in the CTD, and at the moment we have 10.2, which is fine. If we're getting down towards 9 volts, then you should probably look at changing these. The mode that the CTD is in, and currently this is in profiling mode. This is the mode we use when we're doing a cast down through the water column. The other mode we may use is the mooring mode, and this is when you may use this when you set up a CTD on a pile or something and just want it to collect data on a maybe hourly or every minute. Most of the work that's done with the University of Otago CTDs is profiling mode, but I'll show you how to change that later on. Here we have the number of casts that are on the CTD, so currently we have 5. And if we select headers, this will tell us when these casts were collected, and how many samples are in each cast, and how the CTD was stopped. So we can see here that the first cast was collected on the 24th of September at 02:36 hours, and this date and time is actually in UTC. We typically set the CTDs to UTC, as this gets around, avoids the issues you may have with daylight saving, or possibly working in separate time zones if you're on a ship that's doing work on the open ocean. So as a protocol, we just typically set it to UTC, and so we have 5 casts, each of these taken at a certain date and time. And so now what we want to do is we want to upload the data from the CTD onto the computer. So to do this, we select the upload button, and this will again give us all the status information and header information, so we'll just wait for that to do its stuff. So now we select the folder where we want to save the data. So we'll just save it to a folder on my desktop today, and then you want to give it a file name. So typically I would give if I'm working on a boat, the cruise number of the boat, the fact that it's downloaded data, and then I would also, because quite often on a cruise you may be downloading data on a daily basis, so just to separate it out, you may put the date in here, and then just put an underscore after the date to separate the cast number from the date. So after you've done this, if you just select open, it will start to download the data onto the computer. So here we can see it's downloading the first cast from 0 to 499, and then from 499 from 500 to 557. So that cast is now done, and it's moving on to the next one. Up here we can see the progress that's for the download for each cast. So we'll just wait for that to go through the 5 casts that are currently on the CTD.